So then we got myopic technological rationalism, thinking about how we think about these things, right? Attributing excessive importance to the efficiency of the new medium. Okay, I've got a piece. I think I'm going to show it to you today, but I'll preview it. How are we doing on the paperless office? What does that mean? In terms of paper consumption globally. For example, we think, gone way down, got all these computers.
Our paper consumption has increased radically.
Well, it increased radically for a while. It's now leveled off at that radical increase level. It has finally stopped, okay? But it radically increased and then kind of leveled off. It hasn't continued to incrementally keep going up like it did. But it sure as the dickens didn't go paperless, right? Why the dickens not? I mean, everything's digital. You have digital messages. You store the digital file. But practically, for various reasons, we still like paper. We end up overprinting inefficiently, right? So, you know, so here, I'm going to go back just a little bit. Television will radically change education as we know it today, which was the banner cry when television started. What is your call from the 21st century on that one?
Sesame Street failed horribly.
Well, that's arguably, but television as a whole, radically change education?
No.
Now, trust me, folks, there's nothing as big as TV. It's everything. It's the whole banana. In fact, it's a pile of bananas with a great big 800-pound gorilla sitting right next to it, guarding it in America. Not globally, things are a little bit different. In America, television's the whole banana. How much did it change education? Really? Gee, it's hard to figure that it changed education much at all, except for the Sesame Street thing, which we'll come to in just a minute. It may be that it ruined a couple generations of students because it affected concentration, brought on ADT, or ADD. You never know. So the internet's going to change everything. Now, do a little survey here. I've done this each semester, and we'll see how we're doing, because I do get different results, but I think I know what I'm going to get. How many of you came to Bradley as juniors, having earned 2 years of credit at online institutions before you entered this place? How many of you entered as sophomores with all the online credits that you earned before you entered this place? How many of you entered Bradley with more than 6 hours online credit that you earned somewhere else before you entered this place? Wow. Now think about that for just a second. You can get online credit from MIT, from Stanford, from Harvard, the University of Chicago, Northwestern, UCLA. I could name just about every school in the country you could get online credit. And yet you came here with not a nit. How many of you have had online credit from any place but Bradley since you got here? A couple. Now, my point isn't really about you, it's about us. We worried ourselves to death in the 80s, in the 90s, that you would come here as juniors. Why the hell would you come here and pay X number of dollars in tuition to come here when you could get it all from Cal State, Long Beach, or wherever those places are, Michigan or wherever, and then bring it with you? Why would you ever come here as a freshman and sophomore, pay all that tuition, spend all this time listening to me, when you can get all that credit elsewhere and bring it? The internet's going to change everything. Well, it kind of changed some things. I have to use Sakai, and I put some stuff up, and we've got some interactivity we didn't have before. But, now, is it going to change more? Sure. Sure, but not like in an instant. Not like even maybe over the next. I mean, it's going to take more time.
I don't know. I was just going to say part of the reason why I actually did take a couple of courses online, but part of the reason why I favor actually going to school is being able to physically communicate face to face with my teachers when I have an issue.
And, you know, you could multiply that by lots of variations in it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You know, we kind of didn't want to be doorstops, but how many things about life might you say the internet's going to? Well, has it changed? Sure, it's changed business to business. It's changed education. It's changed lots of stuff. But we tend to sort of look at it a little bit more than maybe it's going to end up being. We don't know for sure, but that's certainly that risk.